Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's episode of AMA Friday with Amy Miller, recruiting in yoga pants. Or is it recruiting in caftans these days? My friend Laura turned me on to the wonder that is the caftan, and I don't think I can ever wear pants again. Anyway, my husband was teasing me. He said, "You're entering your bohemian grandma era." And I said, well, considering I'm gonna be a grandma soon. You heard it here first, friends. My son and daughter-in-law are expecting their first child. Very excited. Finally get to tell people. It's been a secret for a long time. No, we are beyond. We are beyond over the moon. Can't wait. But that's not why you're here. You're here to talk about resumes once more. Yes, we are going to dig into resumes. And I am comfortable enough to get spicy with y'all on this topic. Just giving you the advice I will give my grandchild someday when they grow up and need to go look for work. I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, sorry. Focus, Ames, focus. Okay, so here's the thing. My friend Ed wrote an excellent post earlier this week that inspired this video, and it was about resumes and if they should be bland and boring or full of personality. So let's discuss. I'm going to read you just some highlights from his post and some of the comments that we saw, but basically... and he also did a poll, so I'll give you the poll results as well as far as what we have at the time of making this video. So Ed had responded to a LinkedIn article about resumes, and he said, partially, his quote was, "I don't think a resume is where you want to show off your personality. As I tell my clients, a resume should be bland and boring, focused on your skills, experiences, and accomplishments." So, of course, someone replied to his comments and said, quote, "I totally disagree with your point that a resume should be bland and boring, Ed. As a seasoned talent acquisitions executive and professional resume writer, I suggest that personality is the distinguishing factor between candidates." They said some other stuff too, but I don't care. Because I disagree with your disagreement. But let's talk about why, okay? It's one thing for us to get on social media and wax poetic and say, "Oh, I disagree, and I'm an expert in this, and I've done all of that, blah, blah, blah." No one cares, okay? No one cares. So let's back it up. Let's back it up with some logic and some reasons why we believe what we believe. But before we do that, let me tell you how the votes landed, all right? So Ed did ask recruiters only, please. Of course, everyone votes. You can't control that. But he did want to know, what type of resume do you prefer? And the choices were bland and boring, show off your personality, or the majority of the votes were just show me the answers. A lot of curious people out there. But when you take out the just show me the answers, bland and boring's a winner, far and away. Not even close. Bland and boring beat show off your personality handily. And also, as if the actual votes weren't enough, if you go through the commentary and the comments that were shared on his post, all the recruiters weighing in are saying the same thing. This is not the place for personality. The resume has a particular function, and that function is to get enough interest that the hiring team wants to learn more about you. In all the years, 25 years I've been in this industry, I have looked at with my own eyeballs thousands upon thousands upon thousands of resumes. I would not be shocked if I'd hit 1,000,000 resumes at this stage. I mean, I've had some crazy high volume, hundreds of resumes in a day over and over again repeatedly throughout my career. Not every day, not every role, not all the time. But there's definitely been days where I've had to look at literally thousands, or well, hundreds, but thousands upon thousands over the years, hundreds of thousands probably. And not one time did I care about someone's personality. Not once. We look at the resume to see if there is a fit based on skills, based on experience, and based on accomplishments. I have never one time pushed a resume forward because of personality or my interpretation of what someone's personality might be. And I don't think I ever would. I feel like that would, to be very frank, that would violate my own personal code of ethics. Okay? Because again, the purpose of the resume is to get a call, get enough interest, validate our assumptions that this person could perform the functions based on what we see. The interview then is for the rest of that. Now, that does not mean that personality or culture fit or whatever you want to dress it up as doesn't mean that that doesn't have a place in other parts of the process. Okay, I've worked with companies that have done, like, as much as I don't like them, have done personality assessments. There's been maybe parts of the interview that maybe focus on culture fit, whatever that means. If you can't define it, you shouldn't interview on it, but story for another time. So I can make the argument for personality fit later, but absolutely not on a resume. Not at all. I don't even know what that would look like. Like, what would showing your personality on a resume even look like? Are you like, do you have a dad joke section? Is it like hobbies? Like, what? How do you show personality on a resume? I wouldn't even know where to start. I wouldn't know how to put my personality. Like, what would I put? Like, skills include stand-up comedy and annoying people on the internet? I don't, what does that mean? How do you do it? What's the measurement? What's the accomplishment? What's the achievement? I don't understand. Maybe because I'm not a professional resume writer and seasoned talent acquisitions expert. I don't know. Didn't see the original comments. Don't know who that person was. I'm sure they're lovely. But I think they've really missed the boat on this one. I really do. Pretty sure I'm going to remain pretty firm in my opinion on this. All right, friends. What do you think? Is the resume the place to showcase your sparkling personality? If so, well, why, first of all, but also how? How would you do that? I would love to know. Tell me more. Drop a comment down below. I read all of them. Let me know what you think. I will leave you with this parting thought, okay? I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this, but why not? We're going to do it. I've worked for a company previously. I'm just going to say it, Google. Okay, I recruited for Google for a hot minute, and Google has this googliness measurement, right? It's important to be googly. This is part of the interview process. This is part of, determining if someone's going to be a good fit for the organization and so on. I don't know how I passed either. I'm sure you're all wondering. I have no idea. I don't even know what googly means, let alone do I think I am googly. But that said, even all the people I hired at Google, and I wasn't there super long, it was only 1.5 years, but I did hire a number of people and certainly reviewed lots and lots of resumes in that time. Never one time did googliness or anything related to personality or culture fit come up at the resume stage. We talked about it a lot during the interview process. Never, not one time, on a resume. Do with that information what you will. My vote, bland and boring. Good luck out there, friends. If you want to have a deeper discussion on personality and when and how it should be measured during the interview process, not the resume, let me know. Vote down below. Tell me if you want to have that conversation. I will happily address it in next week's video. And if you don't, then we won't. We'll talk about something else. All right, friends, you'll find this video on the resume playlist, so check it out for all your resume questions. Let me know if there's anything we've not talked about on the channel that you would like to discuss. And as always, this Grandma to Be, we'll see you next week.